Hello folks and welcome into day 7 of your Race to World First daily recap. We're reaching the end of the first week, so be sure to follow so you don't miss out on any of your daily recaps. Before we get into what's happened, let's take a look at the leaderboard from our friends at Raider.io, and be sure to head over to raider.io/RWF for your live look at the race. These leaderboards are correct as of 5:30 PM BST. In first place, we have Liquid, 7 out of 8. In second place, Method. In third, Echo. In fourth, Hot Pot Hero. JTH in fifth. In sixth, Fat Shark Yes. Zbox in seventh. Instant Dollars in eighth. Endmyth at 9th, and Banhammer in 10th. With the race entering the last day before the NA reset, Silken Court were the roadblock that was stopping the Big Three from reaching the final encounter of Nerub-ar Palace, Queen Ansarek. With Liquid, Echo and Method all working on taking the deadly duo down, it was an exciting time watching all three guilds making progression side by side, with Liquid maintaining their first place as Echo and Method battled for second. Echo decided to stick with the plans of heading to bed early to give themselves a better sleep schedule for the EU reset, whilst Method decided to stick it out with Liquid just getting warmed up. However, at this point, Blizzard decided to step into the race once more. Both Liquid and Echo were facing off against the Silken Court with a single tank strategy, similar to what we saw on Keveza. This didn't seem to be part of the plan that Blizzard foresaw, so they made the decision to step in and absolutely make sure that guilds were not able to do this, with some big changes to the way the tank buster worked. Alongside a huge damage increase and damage taken increase, we also saw a 5% health nerf to the boss. The timing of this nerf was once again interesting, with Liquid just getting warmed up in their day as Method were in their last few pulls, and Echo had already been in bed for a few hours prior. Questions will remain as to whether or not these changes have been favouring Liquid more than Echo or Method, but regardless of timing, Liquid continued to push hard into their raids day. Progression was steady for them, but it wasn't looking as though we would get a kill before the NA reset, as their best attempt was just below 10%, with the end of the day just around the corner. However, in typical Liquid fashion, they had other ideas. Silken Court was always made out to be an incredibly difficult fight, with so many mechanics overlapping alongside the moat mechanic being very difficult to deal with. It required super precise positioning and focus over a 9+ minute fight. On pull 171, however, we saw everything line up perfectly for Liquid, and with a previous best of 9% on the board, they managed to push through that barrier and went even further beyond, claiming world first on Silken Court and continuing their dominance throughout Nerub-ar. The only boss now stood between them and victory? Queen Ansarek. They did pull a few times off stream, with 4 attempts showing them at a boss percentage of 83.54%, so the reset will be very interesting, with everyone watching what Liquid will be doing. Echo and Method were waking up knowing that today would be incredibly important for them, especially with the world first falling during the night. With staggered resets, the one basic fact for the EU teams was this: kill the boss before the reset, or lose a massive amount of ground to Liquid. Echo wasted little time in getting stuck in, with Method joining the fray shortly after. Both teams made very good progression, continuing to leapfrog each other in percentages on the boss, knowing that World Second was well within their grasp. Adding into this was the knowledge that NA were having a slightly longer maintenance than usual, giving them a chance to kill before Liquid are able to get back in and turn some of the pressure back on their North American opponents. Also, a little bit of breaking news: as I was recording this, we saw a huge improvement by Method with a 15% pull by the team in orange, Seeing how Liquid went from a 9% best attempt to a kill, World Second is close, and it's currently Advantage Method. With all of the excitement going on between the big three, Hotpot Hero decided it was time to join the party, and took down Nexus Princess Kaiveza with 2 days left until the Chinese reset, giving them the opportunity to claim a kill of Silken Court before the reset and keep on track time-wise with the big three. Elsewhere, we had many guilds still progressing on Kaiveza, with some agony-inducing low wipes for a number of guilds. NA reset is going to be a huge point for this race, with everyone wondering just how quickly Liquid are going to re-clear, as well as how much of a block Queen Ansarek will be. Looking at the EU teams as well, will we see them taking the kill before the EU reset happens on Wednesday? Only time will tell, so be sure not to miss out on any of your Race to World First daily recaps.